careful what you say, Ozzy. Wouldn't want your little secret getting out, would we?
In Helluva Boss, Hell operates on a hierarchy scale, with some demons having more power and influence than others. Throughout the first 2 seasons, the series has introduced some of the 7 Rings' most elite demons, the 7 deadly sins. These groups of demons are led by Lucifer Morningstar himself, each representing a sin and one of Hell's prominent rings. Each sin has a prominent role in Helluva Boss, having business ventures, relationships, and conflicts that influence their actions. In today's video, we'll discuss what we know of each sin and how they impact the story.
What's that supposed to mean? You got a problem with sour cream?
Number 1. Lucifer. Despite being the literal king of hell, Lucifer is mentioned a few times throughout Helluva Boss. His hands-off role in the story is likely due to his prevalent role in another series set in the same universe, Hazbin Hotel. To keep the 2 individual narratives from impacting one another, crossovers and cameos in either series will likely remain at a minimum. However, there's still plenty to know about Lucifer. He was cast to hell with his former wife, Lilith, after the pair successfully tempted Eve into taking an apple from the Garden of Eden. They're the primary rulers of hell, however, Lucifer isn't fond of the occupation and believes sinners have wasted their potential by doing horrible acts with their free will. Fortunately, he's willing to take a more hands-on approach when his daughter Charlie convinces him to give sinners a chance, and he agrees to help the Hazbin Hotel's project to rehabilitate demonkind. Although he rules over all 7 rings, his primary location is the Pride Ring, where he lives alongside Charlie and communicates regularly with Heaven. He's likely the most powerful entity residing in Hell.
I've just been really busy, with, important things.
Number 2. Satan. Aside from his position as a sin of wrath, there's little to know about Satan. Aside from minimal references that point to his current involvement in Hell, he's one of the few sins who hasn't appeared in the series. In the episode Oops, Blitz's phone appears on the screen, including his downloaded apps. Several apps alluded to the sins and their businesses, including Satan. One of the apps, Satan's Workouts, includes a logo with Satan's likeness and a dumbbell. It's likely that, as the sin of wrath, Satan values someone who can defend themselves in a fight and hold their own in the harshest consequences. Wrath is a harsh environment, full of open deserts, tornadoes, and ruthless mercenaries, like Stryker. Satan may debut in the series sooner than we realize, as a new and mysterious character appears in the 2nd season's trailer, which resembles the logo on Satan's workout app. The Hellborn imps also worship Satan, which is why characters like Blitz use his name in vain while in stressful situations.
You are a disgrace. A bit out of your depth, aren't you?
Number 3. Beelzebub. With one of the catchiest songs in the series, Beelzebub makes her series debut in the episode Queen Bee. The first season finale follows Luna as she attends a party full of hellhounds, imps, and other hellborn demons, including her crush, Vortex. However, Beelzebub quickly steals the show. As a sin of gluttony, she encourages everyone partaking in her party to indulge in their vices. Unlike the other sins, she appears as an upbeat party girl who spends time with the younger crowd of demons. She's friendly and cheerful and tries to keep a welcoming atmosphere for her guests. While she may not run an establishment or business like her fellow sins, Beelzebub maintains an active role in Hell's community. As an extrovert, she doesn't tire from the constant socialization, encouraging others to indulge like she does, even having her alcoholic product called Beelzejuice. Interestingly, Beelzebub's willingness to interact with hellborn demons of any type may be viewed as taboo by her fellow sins, but that doesn't prevent her from pursuing a happy relationship with Vortex.
I feel like I went a little too hard with the confetti this time, though. I have, a rainbow.
Number 4. Mammon. Mammon is one of the most disagreeable sins in the series thus far, the sin of greed. He's obsessed with his wealth and fame, especially regarding show business. Known throughout the 7 Rings as a prominent clown and comedian, Mammon made many fans, including the well-intentioned, kind-hearted Fizzarali. When he decides to capitalize on the inspiring young starlets who look up to him, Mammon becomes a benefactor for Fizzarali, also making him a household name throughout Hell, using his likeness to create android dolls to sell as a product. Mammon debuts in Mammon's magnificent musical mid-season special. During this, he hosts a competition for aspiring clowns to compete and become the new face of his brand. However, it quickly becomes evident how poorly he treats Fizzarali, impacting his self-image and mental health with little concern. Fizzarali inevitably quits, and the presence of Asmodeus lessens Mammon's rageful response. However, he likely isn't done with Fizzarali as he appears in the trailer for the 2nd season.
Fizzy, I'm not gonna lie, I want that. So come on, just do this one thing for me.
Number 5. Asmodeus. Of all the sins introduced in Helluva Boss so far, Asmodeus has to be the most well-loved by fans. He debuts in the episode Aussies, named after his Lust Ring Lounge. Initially, Asmodeus seems like another antagonist as he and Fizzarali question and ridicule the earnest love song Moxie sings for Millie on their anniversary. However, his later appearances change his character significantly as the audience can view him outside of his work environment where he must keep up appearances for reputation's sake. In Oops, a detailed look is given into the relationship between Asmodeus and Fizzarali, who are head over heels in love. While the pair keep their relationship a secret, Stryker and Crimson still take Fizzarali hostage, using him as leverage to exploit Asmodeus and his wealth. The way Asmodeus cares for his loved ones and friends like Stolas makes him a much more sympathetic and agreeable character. Unlike many demons, he truly believes in love, lust, and acts from the hearts, making him a far less vengeful and violent character compared to many others. However, he will defend those he cares about, as shown when he desires to confront Crimson for taking Fizzarali. He later protects his partner from Mammon, escalating the situation before Fizzarali gets hurt. He is also a benefactor of IMP. Since the latest episode, The Full Moon, he may come to defend Blitz and his employees when trouble arises.
Ask me to give him one of my crystals as a gift for that guy you hate.
Number 6. Leviathan. The sin of envy, Leviathan, has yet to appear in the series. There is little to know about Leviathan at this time. However, in a tweet from 2023, the creator of the series, Vivian Medrano, claimed that Leviathan and Satan are the most traditional and sticking to their usual themes. Unfortunately, it's unknown if she meant in design or personality, but it's possible she meant both. At the time, Medrano was still finalizing elements of each character for an eventful upcoming episode. Since many fans believe Satan appears in the second season's trailer, the two sins may debut in the same episode. An app themed around Leviathan also appears in Oops called Envy. The image is of a split face, one with a smile and the other with a frown. It's unclear what the app is for, but it could be a social media or fashion platform, as both subjects can make app users envious of others.
You know, you're actually pretty good at this action hero bull. And you really know how to put on a show.
Number 7. Belphegor. The final sin, Belphegor, has a minimal role in Helluva Boss so far. Belphegor's lack of appearance and story may be due to her status as a sin of sloth. She may not feel inclined to partake in Hell's politics and problems, choosing to maintain her peace by creating a relaxed and stress-free environment, as sloth often correlates to lack of action. However, Belphegor does have a business that she may operate from within the sloth ring. In Oops, Belphegor has an app called Sleepy Pills that appears on Blitz's phone. Belphegor likely runs a massive pharmaceutical company in Hell, creating numerous medications and mental health aids to help hellborn demons and sinners alike. Stolas uses another one of her products consistently. In the episode Circus, it's shown that he uses mental health medication throughout his adult life, referred to as Happy Pills. Blitz and other characters in the series likely use a similar medication. Hopefully, Belphegor runs her business out of genuine concern for demonkind rather than a money grab and personal influence, like some of her fellow sinners.
No, hold on, Stolas, come on. Is this because I've taken up skipping a few rounds with you in bed because I'm busy?
The 7 deadly sins were likely responsible for shaping Hell into the world it is in Helluva Boss. Asmodeus mentions that they've been around since the creation of their world and have known one another just as long. These ancient entities have since adapted their roles and businesses to fit in the modern age, making them influential and critical influences throughout the 7 rings. While some are now known allies and acquaintances of IMP, others may be longtime enemies, creating a potential rift between the sins who were once meant to rule alongside and work together.
Tech says you don't get invited out much. I hope this itty-bitty get-together can serve as a fun first time.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
I gave you everything! You are practically in my image!